Okay, so I'm just gonna, I don't know what this is supposed to do. Hello and welcome back. Today there were two different options for what I could do. We could do acrylic pour or string dragging art. And so you all chose to do acrylic pour. Thank you to everyone who voted, and so I'm excited to try this and we'll see how it goes. I did say that we'd have a special guest. I mean, only one other person lives in this house, but there will be a special guest, so that'll be exciting. I've done acrylic pouring once before, and it was with a group of friends, Bruno, Chloe, Maddie, and Sebastian, and so I'm gonna try again today. I don't really know what canvases we have because we're not going out or getting any supplies, so I'm gonna see what we have and what we can make shift together to make some canvases, and what paint we have, I'm not even sure, but we'll figure it out. So let's go ahead and get started. This is all the supplies that I have found. This is all different sort of paints. I also have some like white paint in a can. This will be for water. So I was looking some things up. We did not do this last time, but they said you need to add some sort of like medium in there and also some water and some like silicone oil. Yeah, the silicone oil is just gonna get cut because I don't have that. So we're gonna mix paint and glue and water to kind of create our mediums that we're gonna pour. They say to use like a blowtorch to like torch your paintings to like get these like bubbles to show up. So we don't have a torch, so we're gonna use like a hairdryer. I think that'll work, right? As far as canvases go, so I found but 3 canvases for us. So I found these like foam, this like spare foam that I have laying around, and we have this black that I'm gonna put along the edge like that when it's done to really like frame it. And then I was thinking I have this big frame that I took the canvas off, and I have this like old canvas. I might be able to roll this out and put it on, and then we'll have another canvas that we can do together. For these, I'm just going to leave them purple, and then we'll still put the border around them. And so what I need to do now is really just get the edges straight, so that way it's like a perfect square. Okay, so just due to sort of space on the table, I think we're just gonna do the 2 foam canvases, and we'll just both do one of those ourselves, and then that'll be it for today. We'll save the other canvas maybe for another video. So what I did, I just kind of put these like cardboard things under, so that way there's a little lift, so that way when the paint pours on the edges, it just like drips down. We are ready to paint, and our special guest, if you have not guessed yet, is Sebastian! This is gonna be your canvas, and this will be mine. We need to like sort of choose our colors.
We have lots of Caribbean.
I haven't chosen yet. I think I'm gonna use these, yeah. And then
white.
Oh yeah.
Some white
I think I
colors.
want to pop of something in. Okay, so we have chosen colors. So what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna use these as our pour jars. Here, I'll take the ugly one. Be like 1 part paint, 1.5 parts glue, and then 1 part water.
For each color?
Yeah. And it's like it's not gonna be perfect, but
Of course
we're gonna figure it out.
I'm perfect. The paintings are not.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to be you today.
Oh gosh. We don't need 2 of me. They said you sort of want the viscosity of honey, but that seems like
I don't have honey. I got like Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid like is like water.
Okay, so let's see if this is the viscosity of honey, right? Do I get to put my first color on?
Yeah, I mean this is your jar. Like do whatever color you want.
That's not honey.
It also looks chunky. The color you put in first is gonna be the color that comes out last.
Yes.
That's a good amount of blue.
It's a heavy amount of blue.
I'm not gonna judge.
Maybe I'll take half of it out.
Okay.
And then we'll put like a layer of blue between another color.
Sounds great. I love all this ideas.
Ingenuity.
Yeah, the glue should be the most amount. Isn't that wild?
Okay, we'll just pour that in.
That was like chunky.
Yeah, I don't think that worked very well. I now have like splotches,
You
not
gotta pour
layers.
gently.
Let's pour some of this stuff in.
We're learning as we go.
Are we learning? Like,
We're just experimenting. If you're coming here to learn, not much learning happening. Okay, I'm gonna start mine. Mine's gonna be in this dirty jar. Oh, you're just pouring straight paint.
well, it's already the viscosity of honey, so I figured why not.
Ooh, this one is real liquidy. Oh, that's gonna ruin everything. Ay, ay, ay. Like, look at that. That's too thin for sure.
Clean up on aisle 2.
Oh my gosh. The carpet's gonna get stained, I already know it.
Yay.
Ugh.
The gas is vacuum again.
Oh, you're already having lots of problems. Do your own thing. Oh my gosh. You're so smart. Oh, thanks. Oh, mine overflowed. That's getting bad. PG content. Ooh, heavens. I don't have that much chunks. Oh, okay, I gotta cut that. There's paint on my canvas already. I'm cutting that too. Oh, no, overflowing. This is why I don't have guests every day. So this is mine. Oh gosh.
I don't think we're very good at following directions.
No, like we just gotta make it up ourselves. Oh my gosh, I thought something was falling on the floor.
It was.
Okay, I'm gonna like start cleaning mine up-ish. That way we have space to like pour it out. Ooh, I kinda like how mine looks in the jar. We'll see how I like it once it's poured.
I'm thinking that the orange will come out last because it just sank to the bottom.
Oh, nice!
Which is not what I wanted, but it's okay. We'll see what happens.
Do you see your mess? I guess I have a mess too. You gotta get away from the edge. Well, then don't pour to make it go wild. I think I'm ready to pour. So I'm gonna pour mine first. Okay, ready? Oh, maybe we do have like way too much paint. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I think that's too much paint. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh gosh.
I think you can start moving it around.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's gonna get everywhere. Oh, this gives me stress. Oh no. Gosh. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's heavy. Don't let the foam break. Foam. Oh, it's kind of cool. Oh, I got some on yours. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Rude.
Sebastian is about to pour his. Any words of wisdom after watching me?
No, I don't have any words of wisdom for anyone.
Oh gosh, he's really just pouring it on. Oh, those are the chunks. So I think something that we did learn from last time is like, you gotta tip it to go to the edge and you don't wanna like skimp out on the edges and do them later or anything. Because as you see, the painting like changes constantly as you pour. You were all up on mine. Look what you did to mine.
Payback.
For what?
You got green on mine.
Okay, you got some spots. You gonna fix those or just like leave them? So this is what they look like. We gotta let them dry and then we can hang them in our house. It's a great representation, like green for me, blue for you. Oh, I don't know how to fix mine organically. Oh gosh, you really?
I think you just brush it off and then, or you pour more green on top of it.
Now it has like a weird like spot on it. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I messed up. Okay, wait, I'm just gonna like tip it all the way off. I don't want any of it on it. Is the whole thing moving? Oh gosh. Oh, it's off now. That's good. It worked. But my whole painting like shifted.
Should I do that with mine too?
Do you want it to shift?
Yeah, let's shift it.
Okay, don't get it on mine. Yours is chunkier than me. Oh my gosh, was that me or you?
No, that was already there. You just never saw it the first time.
I looked up that thing about the hairdryer. I guess like I'll try it. What's it supposed to do? Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, it's popping all the air bubbles.
Oh my gosh. You see like what is happening? All the sparkles are like coming through. So what this is supposed to be doing is it's supposed to be popping all your air bubbles. So that way it doesn't crack. I do worry because we use so many different viscousnesses of paint that like the layers may like change and like some were thinner, some were thicker, some was like acrylic, some was like wall paint. So who knows what it'll do. All right, so that was our pouring. I want to say thank you so much to Sebastian for coming all this way. Stop! Thank you for traveling so far from the couch to here.
It was
to really, yeah, thank you. So yeah, he has to work. He's working from home. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait probably like 2-3 hours, see how long it takes to dry, and then we'll come back and see what they look like when they're dry. So see you in a couple hours. All right, so it's been now 7 hours and they look close to as wet as when we poured them. It has now been over 24 hours since we poured and it's still a little wet. It's been 36 hours And they're pretty much dry. You can see it's still just a little bit wet. All right, so here are the finished paintings. It did take 2 days to dry, like 48 hours, so it took a little bit longer to dry than expected. I don't know why I thought 2 to 3 hours. Like, we dumped like a pint of paint on it, and I thought it was gonna dry in 2 to 3 hours. Like, no. I think they turned out great. I think they're really fun, they're abstract, they have a lot of depth and detail to them, which just by letting it dry for 48 hours, like, really allowed there to be a lot of like thin lines, a lot of like amazing little spots. Sebastian's, his actually came out with like all this texture and all his like chunks. They all turned into like this really cool texture that you can like touch and feel. His has more of a broader kind of stroke to it. Mine, you can see a lot of like lines and a lot of waves going through it. His has more of like a larger canyon, almost like Arctic ice melting feel. Mine does have this big like scratch through the middle. I thought once we poured all the paint on top that it would sort of help fill in the cracks that the foam had. But since this is recycled, we didn't have to go get anything. And we were just using that foam. I'm okay with that crack. We knew it was gonna be there. I thought it would just get covered up, but it didn't. So if you happen to find foam or anything that you're gonna pour on top, know that it does dry like thin-ish. So you want to make sure to like cover up those patches. I could have put some, you could put some wood filler, or even, I'm thinking like almost like Elmer's glue. If you would have just let it dry for a little bit, it could have filled in those cracks a little bit better. So I did cut some of the black mounting board, and I cut it up, and I measured it to the right size, and what I did is I cut it all out, and I hot glued those strips onto the edges to give it a nice little frame, and then I took little pieces of black paper and rounded the edges just to make them all look cleaner. There was like little gaps just due to the gluing and the width and stuff. I think the frames really help pop. They frame it, they help them pop off the wall. I'm really happy with these. I think they're really fun. Thank you all who chose to do acrylic pouring. I hope maybe you can do this at home. This video did take a little bit longer to upload because I had to wait for it to dry. If you've been having a fun time with these videos and if you want to share them, that'd be great. I don't know, I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.